The final quarter-final on Saturday sees Argentina take on Switzerland. For Switzerland, of course, they came here after that penalty shootout victory against for Colombia. For Argentina, it's been far from an easy road. They've made hard work of it. That incredible 3-2 win over Cape Verde. 79 minutes to go against Egypt. They were 2-0 down, came from behind to win 3-2. A lot of talking points going into this. And what's interesting, as we were saying before, is that at the start of the tournament, if you said you had Switzerland in the quarterfinals and Argentina, you'd be so delighted. We would be like, what's even point discussing this? Argentina are going to win it. But what we've seen from Argentina has kind of opened up questions about them going into this. What
we've seen against Cape Verde and Egypt was a chaotic Argentina. An Argentina that can't keep clean sheets. Lost, I think, 5 goals at least in this tournament thus far. But it relies on Messi and others and great finishes and great goals, and has made games, particularly in the second half, has made games open and end to end, and they've got away with it. And I think that's, you can use that term. They have scored some great goals to dig themselves out a hole, and let's be honest about it, they've had favourable decisions from the officials thus far in this tournament.
I hope there's none this time. Wouldn't it be nice if we're just not talking about the officials after an Argentina game?
I mean, I don't want to go back to match day 1, but Messi should have been red carded. And you could debate the Egypt, not that goal that was chopped off, it went all the way up the field, was as soft as hell. So they've had favourable decisions. The chance of that happening all the way to a final and through a final are slim. As more eyes get on you and the better referees get the end games, they're going to have to play better. They're probably going to have to play better to beat Switzerland because they're super organised. They're not a huge threat going forward, but they're super organised. And they'll be looking at this Argentina side and they'll be looking to pick those little holes. When Argentina get as open as they have been, let's see if Switzerland can hit them in the counter-attack. But it's made Argentina fun to watch. Really fun to watch. But it doesn't bode well for them playing against a better side, probably in the semi-finals.
You will have Granit Xhaka, who's going to take care of Messi. I want to see that because that's going to be interesting. How Argentinian players can do with maybe without Messi, because Granit Xhaka or some others going to take care of him because they know that without Messi, they're not the same team.
But he'll just drag Xhaka. If they try and man-mark Messi, he'll just drag them into areas they don't want to go.
Maybe it doesn't bother them because they know that that's taking an equation out of the system, and that would be easier for them. And I'm sorry, they've been winning just by a margin every games, and at some point you will have to fail.
But they have been winning. That's
they've been winning, and good for them. And because of that fantastic player that Lionel Messi is, but at a certain time that's going to stop. And if you have a well-organized Swiss team, that can be another story.
I don't think you need to put a man marker on Messi. Neither Cape Verde nor Egypt did. You have to be aware of him whenever the ball is anywhere in that half of the park, of course. Cape Verde were very organised, I will say, and played on the front foot. And maybe it's because Argentina took the lead and that kind of forced Cape Verde to play on the front foot. But Argentina didn't have a response to that. Different game against Egypt because Egypt took the lead and then they just dropped all the way off and tried to soak up pressure and tried to ride the game out. And then when came time for them to try to get something back in the game, it just wouldn't work for them. I see Switzerland approaching this game more in the manner that Cape Verde did, but with better players. And that makes this a very difficult game for Argentina. But to your point, Dan, before the start of this tournament, if you looked at Argentina's run to this point, not really played anybody, but you get Switzerland in a quarterfinal. You're quite happy with that if you're Argentina.
We'll be getting everybody's predictions later on in the show. What a tease.